Who is your greatest enemy? Is it the people who doubt you, the world that seems to hold you back, or is it something far closer? Let me ask you this. When you look in the mirror, who do you see? Do you see a warrior ready to fight, or a victim ready to surrender? The truth is, your greatest battle is not with the world, it's with yourself. It's you versus you. Every decision you make, every challenge you face, every victory or defeat, it all comes down to you. So I ask you, are you ready to face yourself? Are you ready to conquer the person staring back at you? The fight against yourself is the hardest fight of all. It's not just about overcoming bad habits or breaking through limits. It's about silencing the voice in your head that tells you to quit, that whispers, "You're not good enough." Have you ever heard that voice? Has it ever stopped you from chasing your dreams? This is the battle that defines you. Will you let fear, doubt, and laziness win? Or will you rise above, proving to yourself that you're stronger than your excuses? The question isn't, can you win? The question is, will you fight? We all have two versions of ourselves. One is the weak, fearful version that wants to stay comfortable, avoid pain, and settle for mediocrity. The other is the strong, disciplined version that craves growth, thrives under pressure, and pushes past limits. So which version are you feeding? Let me ask you, how often do you let the weaker version win? How many times have you hit the snooze button, skipped the workout, or given up on your goals because it was easier? Every time you do, you let the weaker you take control. But what if you stopped? What if you chose to fight back? Comfort is the enemy of progress. The weaker version of you will always choose comfort because it's easy, it's safe, and it requires no effort. But here's the hard truth. Comfort will kill your dreams. Have you ever felt stuck, like you're not moving forward in life? That's comfort keeping you in chains. To win the battle against yourself, you must embrace discomfort. Pain is the price of progress. Sacrifice is the cost of success. Ask yourself, are you willing to endure the pain of growth, or will you settle for the comfort of staying the same? Discipline is your weapon in the battle of you versus you. It's what separates the strong from the weak, the winners from the losers. But discipline isn't easy. It means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Can you do that? Can you show up day after day without excuses? Think about this. Every time you skip the hard work, every time you take the easy way out, you lose a little piece of yourself. But every time you push through, every time you choose discipline over laziness, you get stronger. So who are you going to be today? The disciplined warrior or the defeated victim? Fear is another enemy in this fight. It tells you to stay small, to avoid risks, to never step outside your comfort zone. But here's the thing, fear is a liar. It only has power if you listen to it. So I ask you, what are you afraid of? Failing? Being judged? Losing? Whatever it is, it's holding you back. To win the battle of you versus you, you must face your fears head on. Run towards them, not away. Fear is not your master, it's your guide. Every time you conquer a fear, you grow stronger, braver, better. What fears are you ready to face today? Winning against yourself comes at a cost. It requires sacrifice. Are you willing to give up the late nights, the parties, the endless scrolling on your phone? Are you willing to put in the work, even when no one is watching? Let me ask you, how badly do you want it? Because if you don't want it bad enough, you'll lose. The weaker version of you will take over, and you'll find yourself stuck in the same place year after year. But if you're willing to pay the price, to give everything you've got, victory will be yours. When you win the battle against yourself, everything changes. You become unstoppable. You gain confidence, strength, and clarity. You stop making excuses and start making progress. Imagine this. What would your life look like if you stopped holding yourself back? Every goal you've ever dreamed of, every success you've ever wanted, it's all within your reach. The only thing standing in your way is you. So, I ask you, are you ready to get out of your own way? Are you ready to unleash the best version of yourself? Winning against yourself is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey. There will be days when the weaker version of you wins. There will be times when you fail. But failure is not the end. It's a lesson. So, I ask you, will you give up when things get hard? Or will you get back up and fight again? Remember, the journey is what shapes you. The struggles, the sacrifices, the pain, they're all part of the process. Embrace them, learn from them, let them fuel your growth. The question is, are you ready to commit to the journey no matter how tough it gets? So here's the ultimate question. Who will win, you or you? Will you let the weaker version control your life, or will you rise above and conquer yourself? The choice is yours, and it's a choice you have to make every single day. Your greatest competition is not the person next to you. It's not the world. It's the person staring back at you in the mirror. So, what are you going to do about it? Will you fight? Will you win? Or will you let yourself lose? The battle of you versus you is the most important battle you will ever face. And the reward for winning? A life of greatness, strength, and purpose. So, are you ready to start fighting? Because the time is now.